There is a mystery that echoes through all time, a truth hidden yet written in every human soul. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 11 says, "He has set eternity in the human heart." Within every breath, within every pulse of life, there lies something infinite, a spark of the eternal, placed there by the one who breathed his own essence into humankind. For everything else in creation came forth by his word, but humanity came forth by his breath. When God exhaled into dust, he did not merely give animation, he gave communion. He imparted his very essence, his consciousness, his capacity for love, wisdom, and creation. That breath still lives in you. It is your true identity, the unseen eternity pulsing beneath every thought, every heartbeat, every longing for more. And yet, the world often forgets. We live surrounded by movement, noise, ambition, but the eternal heart is calling us inward, to remembrance, to stillness, to communion. For it is in silence that eternity becomes audible. It is in meditation that the divine voice is heard, not from the heavens above, but from the temple within. To live consciously is to awaken to that divine breath, to walk through your day aware that every moment, every encounter, every thought is an altar where heaven meets earth. Consciousness becomes prayer, attention becomes worship. The sacred is not separate from the ordinary. It breathes through it. When you see this, life itself becomes a sanctuary. This is the beginning of communion. Not ritual, not performance, but an inner relationship, heart to heart, spirit to spirit. It is the awareness that God is not far, but near, closer than your own breath. To commune with the divine is to remember that you were never separate. It is to dwell in continual awareness, allowing divine light to renew you, moment by moment. And through this communion, a transformation unfolds, the mystery of theosis, the becoming of divine likeness. From glory to glory, the soul awakens, refines, and shines, not through striving, but through surrender, through opening oneself to the indwelling light that has always been there, waiting to be remembered. This is what it means to live with eternity in your heart, to remember that you were created not just to exist, but to become, to evolve from awareness to oneness, to let your consciousness mirror the infinite consciousness of God, to be a living temple where divine light moves freely. So meditate continually, not as an escape, but as a return. Be conscious of the breath that gave you life, for that breath carries eternity. And as you walk in awareness, you begin to live in union, a soul alive in divine rhythm, a being who no longer seeks God from afar, but reveals him from within. You are not merely human trying to reach heaven. You are heaven awakening within humanity. You are the breath of God in motion, a living reflection of eternity. Remember this truth. Let every moment become meditation. Let every act become communion. And from glory to glory, let the divine within you unfold, until your life itself becomes the light of God revealed on earth. You were born in a time of transition, a threshold between what was and what is becoming. There is a whisper in your spirit that says, there must be more. And there is. This journey is not about religion, status, or striving. It is about remembering, awakening to the truth that eternity already lives within you. You are the bridge between the ancient and the future, the seen and the unseen, the human and the divine. In your heartbeats, this is where the ancient path begins, in silence. Here, wisdom does not shout, it whispers. The noise of the world fades, and the voice of eternity begins to rise. The ancients knew this, that the presence of God is not found in endless activity, but in the space between, in the still moment of surrender. You are invited to slow down, to unlearn hurry, to let go of striving and simply be still. For when the soul quiets, light emerges. And when the light fills you, understanding comes, not from intellect, but from communion. As you breathe, feel the layers fall away. Fear, control, comparison. They dissolve in the warmth of divine love. You are seen. You are known. You are already home. This is not escape. It's alignment, a return to your truest self, the part of you that has always been one with the source. The ancient path is not about going backward. It's about remembering what has always been true. The next stage of your journey unfolds not in temples or altars, but in the rhythm of daily life. Every breath, every step, every moment becomes sacred when you walk consciously, aware that heaven and earth meet within you. To live in communion with the divine is to walk fully present, eyes open, heart awake, body attuned to the movement of spirit. You are not separate from creation. You are a participant in its unfolding. The seen and unseen are not two realms, but one, constantly weaving through each other. When you walk in awareness, ordinary moments become gateways. A conversation becomes a revelation. A sunrise becomes a message. A silence becomes a sanctuary. To live this way, cultivate 3 rhythms. Stillness. Each day, retreat into inner quiet. Let your mind rest. Let your heart listen. Listening. Ask, what is the Spirit saying now? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, now. Obedience. Move with what you hear, even if it's small. Obedience builds resonance, and resonance builds reality. As you walk this path, you begin to sense something remarkable. The borders of time thinning, the eternal brushing against your skin. Enoch walked with God, and so can you. To walk with God is to carry divine awareness through ordinary existence. It is not reserved for prophets. It is your inheritance. Every moment becomes a doorway. Every choice, a ripple into eternity. Now, let your heart face forward. The path of the ancients has led you here, to the edge of what has not yet been seen. The future is not a distant horizon. It is a living frequency, seeking expression through you. You are the vessel through which tomorrow takes form. The dreams you carry are not accidents. They are blueprints written in the language of destiny. Your imagination is not fantasy, it's prophecy. When you dare to imagine, you begin to align with what heaven is already building. You are called to birth the future, to carry light into systems, compassion into cities, innovation into culture. You are not waiting for a new world, you are creating one. This happens through alignment. Align your thought with divine wisdom. Align your words with truth. Align your actions with love. When these 3 meet, thought, word, and deed, the future begins to materialize through you. Do not fear resistance. Every birthing process comes with labor pains. But remember, the pressure that surrounds you is proof that something within you is ready to emerge. Hold the vision. Guard the seed. Speak life over what you carry. Because every person who awakens adds light to the timeline. And together, we form a constellation, souls aligned with divine intention, illuminating the way forward. This moment is both memory and prophecy, the ancient past breathing through the present to shape the future. So stand still for a moment. Feel eternity humming beneath your feet. You are standing at the intersection of time and timelessness. The spirit within you whispers, you are the bridge, you are the revelation, you are the continuation of divine intention. Let go of the illusion of separation. You are not seeking God, you are living from Him. You are not chasing destiny, you are embodying it. This is the great mystery, that the Ancient of Days walks again, through you in this generation, for the sake of the world to come. May your heart stay open to mystery. May your steps stay anchored in peace. May your eyes remain fixed on light. As you walk this ancient future path, may you carry wisdom from what was, grace for what is, and courage for what is yet to be. For the journey is not ending, it is awakening, and the awakening begins with you. Like in Psalms 1, when we live in continual meditation, we become aware that this stream still flows within us. We begin to feel the rhythm of heaven beating quietly beneath the noise of the world. We awaken to the truth that the Eternal has set His song inside the human heart, and those who listen, truly listen, become living sanctuaries. They do not fear the drought, for their roots drink from the river of divine presence. They do not chase the winds of worldly approval, for they are fed by something far greater, the breath of the living God that sustains all creation from within. And then, as in Psalms 23, when stillness deepens, the heart begins to hear another voice, the voice of the shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures, the resting place of the soul, where striving ends and peace begins. He leads me beside still waters, the same waters that feed the tree of life. He restores my soul, awakening the divine breath within me again. He leads me in paths of righteousness, not as rules, but as rhythms of divine alignment for His name, His essence, His image in me. Even when I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will not fear no evil, for He is not far. He is the breath in me, through it He guides me. His rod and staff, wisdom and presence, comfort and steady my soul. He prepares a table before me in the midst of my enemies. It is the communion table, a feast of peace and renewal of strength, a reminder that the divine is not distant, but dwelling, feeding, restoring. He anoints my head with oil, the consciousness of glory awakening within. My cup overflows, for I have remembered who I am, a vessel of eternal life. Surely goodness and mercy follow me, not as shadows of fortune, but as the reflection of God's nature alive in me. And I will dwell, not visit, not glimpse, but dwell, in the house of the Lord forever. And what is that house? Is not a building of stone, but the heart, the eternal chamber where God's Spirit and my spirit breathe as one. The tree by the river and the soul led by the shepherd are one and the same story, the story of humanity awakening to the divine life already within. The river nourishes the roots, the shepherd leads beside still waters. The heart becomes the meeting place where eternity and time embrace. To live this way is to dwell in continual consciousness of God, to meditate without ceasing, to live as one moving from glory to glory, transformed by light, rooted in peace, guided by love. This is the life the Psalms speak of, the life of the eternal heart, planted, shepherded, awakened. For the one who breathed His life into us still breathes now, in every moment, in every soul who dares to remember.